Joshua Paz is in studio from Dynamic Data Destruction. Is it data or data? What do you do?
Either one.
Either one?
Yeah, I think it's all right.
You say data, and I say data.
Exactly.
Nothing like starting out the segment with a little song and dance, right?
There you go.
Joshua Paz has an amazing company, and we were talking off air about why it's so incredibly important. You have documents, important documents with lots of numbers that are personal to you or personal to a company. And if you don't need those documents anymore, you need to get rid of them. How do we do that, Joshua?
Yeah, you give us a call, and we take care of it. That simple.
It's that simple, but you got to do it, because if some of that paperwork gets into the wrong hands, our identities can be stolen, businesses can be disrupted. What is probably one of the biggest things that can happen if that information gets into the wrong hands?
We're talking identity theft, information, data compromise, and you've seen it with LAPD, the recent compromise of all of their applicants' data. It's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. We don't want that to happen to us. And I had a friend who identity was stolen, and it probably took a good 15 years to get everything back on track again. Things can change on a dime.
Right.
Things can change on a dime, and it starts with just one little piece of paper that you think maybe, no one's going to find this, and you just throw it away in the garbage. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you even think, and this goes for businesses too, because businesses think of all of the information. Think of every application you've ever filled out at a business, employment opportunity. There might be social security numbers out there. There's so much information that's private to each person and company, right, Josh?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I think it goes more so for businesses. We're talking applications, private information, client information, everything.
Everything.
Yep.
And we can't be lax about it because, like I said, I had this friend 15 years. And just when she thought everything was on track again, something else had happened. It was just like, it was a domino effect. It affected this, then it went to this, and this. It got to the point where she tried to get on an airplane and was on the no-fly list because of this problem. Yeah, so exactly. So we need Joshua. We need him. You don't think you might need him. You need Joshua. You will get rid of papers, hard drives. Still get rid of floppy disks? Are they still around? Are they still floating around?
Yeah, they're still floating around, not anywhere near as much, but yeah, they're still floating around.
What's the biggest thing, the biggest thing you think you deal with right now?
Documents and hard drives are two of the biggest tickets. We also do a little bit of material destruction.
What's that?
Let's say, a business, they printed out shirts, 50, 500 shirts, and the logo was misprinted, or there was a typo, and they don't want that information, getting out into the public. Give us a call. Material destruction as well.
Who knew? Who knew? See, I would just turn it inside out, but that's me. And then see, that again would be a bad move on my part because that information is still out there. And you don't want that information. Any information you don't want getting out there, you take care of. Let's talk about customer service because these days, some businesses, customer service... Right?
Shaky.
You're making the face.
Right.
The teeth together face. Because, you're on hold forever and you hear the bad on hold music. And I'm going to say, sometimes when I'm on hold so long, Josh, I'm on hold so long, it's like, forget it. Forget it. And this is one of the things you can't fool around with. You got to get rid of this stuff. How is your customer service?
Right, so I think the main problem I'm getting plenty of calls as of recently. Clients are calling larger corporations. They're getting sent to a call center. They're on hold half hour to an hour later. They just give up. You give us a call. There's no call center. You get our direct line. We give you a call. We offer same-day, next-day service. Whatever works around your schedule, we will make it happen. Every accommodation... we will earn your business.
Wait a minute. You're going to work around my schedule.
Yep.
So you're not just going to give me a window like you know who.
Right.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
And then we got to stay there only to find out they're running late and the window isn't even applicable anymore, right?
Right.
So you're going to work around my schedule. So I say, listen, I'm at work until this time, then I have some errands to do, so this is a great window. You're going to take my window. You don't give me a window.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that. That's already an A+ in customer service. I love that. What about competitors? Because there are companies out there you can call. They may have specials, whatever. What's your policy on competitor prices?
Competitor prices will match or we will beat any competitor price, but I don't think it's really about price. It's about the customer service that you're receiving. You're not getting into a call center. You can shoot us an email, a text, a call, any time of day. We will get back to you. I wouldn't say immediately, but almost immediately, within 5 to 10 minutes.
That's immediately in these days.
Right.
Quite
right.
honestly, that's immediately. I mean, that's fast. That is fast. Anything within a half hours in my book
That's fair. That's fair.
is pretty fast. Our time is valuable, and I think you at Dynamic Data Destruction understand that we as a society are just so busy.
Exactly.
We don't even have time for our lunch in the microwave.
Right.
That's even too slow nowadays.
Right.
Am I right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we're constantly on the go. And if you can just assure us that you're going to take care of this stuff in a timely manner and set up a time when it's convenient for everybody and not waste time, that is huge. That is huge. So A+ in the customer service department, Josh, that's really excellent. If I need, someone's driving around right now, I can guarantee, and they say, yeah, you know what? I have all of this old mortgage information, loan information from 20 years ago. I've got some tax stuff from 30 years ago. It's got to go. It's got to go. They got to call you. What's the number?
Phone number 1-800-773-9880, and you could also reach us via email. It's dynamicdatadestruction@outlook.com.
Don't forget the name, Dynamic Data Destruction at Outlook.com. Don't forget that name. Excellent customer service. Josh, thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
We learned a little bit about what we need to do. Don't be lazy about getting rid of the papers, the hard drives, all that kind of stuff. Trust me, it's not worth it, and you got Josh on your side. True?
Exactly. Yeah, your friend who's had this issue for 15 years, it didn't have to be that way. It could have all been mitigated.
Exactly. It didn't have to be, but it changes on a dime. That's where you come in. You fix everything. Get rid of it all. No one sees the papers. No one sees the hard drive. Boom. It's done. And you've got great customer service. You'll match prices. How can we lose? Josh, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.